Good morning students, welcome all of you to the English class. Dear students, today in the English class I am going to discuss some grammar, okay? And those grammar actually taken from your course book pages. In most of the chapters you have seen there are some work with language and those portions are actually discussing about some grammar topics, okay? You should know the topics in short, otherwise you cannot do those works and you won't understand the works. So let us discuss some of the pages, okay? And there are so many works in those pages. I have taken some of the works, okay? And then I have to discuss this in front of you because I know you won't be able to learn those things unless I make you understand. Okay? Dear students, first of all, open page number 15. You can see I have written the page number also. Open page number 15. So in that page, there are some grammar works. Those are actually, what you know? Those are actually the portion that is discussed in grammar portion. Interchange of parts of speech. You know there are parts of speech. What are parts of speech? Noun, pronoun, adjective, verb, adverb, preposition, conjunction, interjection. So these are the 8 parts of speech, and there are adjective also, and that is actually include articles. Okay, adjective includes article a and the, that also come under adjectives. So there are so many words in English and you need to know which parts of speech those words are. Okay. Suppose taking an example of number 1. Exercise number 2.1. The judge said that only fresh evidence would make him change his judgment. Here you can see the word judge. Judge. What is this? That means which parts of speech this? Can you say? Judge means a person, okay? And this is the name as per profession, okay? You know the man who is particularly doing some profession, those are called by their professional name. You have seen, you have heard about potter, barber, okay? And you can see the judge also one type of profession. So judge is the noun, okay? The word judge is noun. And there is another word that is also noun and that is related to judge. That is called what? Judgment. This is also noun. But here we cannot use judgment and here we cannot use judge because the sentence will not mean anything if we use that, okay? So here if you are asked to use only the word judge and its forms, in these two gaps, you need to use judge here, you need to use judgment here. Otherwise, you cannot make the meaning of this sentence. Okay? The judge said, that means the person who is in the profession of judgment, the judge said that only fresh evidence would make him change his judgment. Here, judgment means the decision. Decision is also noun, judge is also noun. Here, two nouns, that means the word related to judge. This judgment, this is also noun, this is also noun. But those nouns are making the sentence complete. Okay? Here also in the second sentence. I did not notice any serious difference. Can you see? I did not notice any serious difference. So you have heard about the word different. You have heard about the word different. Different is the word that is adjective. Okay? And now here if you write difference, then it will make the meaning. If you write different, there will be no meaning. Serious different, different will not make any meaning. Difference means the comparison. Okay? CE is noun. Okay? If the word ends with CE, that word is actually noun. Not different. Different. The ending word is T. That may not be noun. Okay? I did not notice any serious difference of opinion among the debaters, although they differ from one another over small points. Now, you have heard the word different, and there are other words related to that word. Those are what? Number one, difference, and another is differ. The main word is differ, okay? The root word is differ, from the word differ coming difference, from the word differ coming different. Here this is noun and this is verb. They differ. Differ means doing the action of making difference. Okay? I think you could understand this part. Now I am coming to another page, page number 30. Open all of you, page number 30. What is there at page number 30? At page number 30, important topic of grammar has been discussed. You know, you will learn in later classes, in senior class, what is clause and how many clauses are there, what is the action of clause, how the different clause make different meaning. Now here, from that topic, that means clause, some portion has been discussed. If clause. If clause means adjective clause, okay? So just you learn this if clause, okay? Here two sentences are given, pair of sentences given. You need to make this pair of sentence a single sentence. Two sentences. First, don't tire yourself now. This is first sentence. You won't be able to work in the evening. So this is the second sentence. You need to join these two sentences into a single sentence. One sentence will be there. Okay. Here two sentences. First one is this. Second one is that. Okay. Now you need to add this sentence with if clause. So how will you join this? How will you join this? Don't tire yourself. Here negative sense coming. Don't tire. That means if you tire, it will be this. Don't tire yourself now. You won't be able to work in the evening. That means if you tire yourself. So the answer will be what? If you tire. So don't will not be there. You need not to write don't. Okay? Don't will be omitted. And you need to write what? If you tire. Tire is here. If you tire yourself now, comma, you y will be small. You won't be able to work in the evening. This will be a complete single sentence. Okay? So if you tire yourself now, comma, you y will be small. Okay? You won't be able to work in the evening. This sentence, two sentences meaning the same as I made now, single sentence. The single sentence meaning whatever, these two sentences meaning the same thing. But I have done what? I have done the joining, work of joining. This is the one of the portion of grammar, that is joining, and joining with if clause. Okay? Now, be polite to people. This is one sentence. They will also be polite to you. This is another sentence. Make these two sentences single by if clause. Here there is no negative sentence. Don't. No don't here. Here you can see don't. In this sentence there is no don't. So you just need to write what? If and be. So you cannot say if be. You need to say if you are. If you be, that does not mean does not mean anything. Okay? So if you be polite, better you write if you are polite. Are also be verb. Here be written. Among the be verb we know we can write am, is, are, was, were. So here if you write if you are polite and rest of the things together, that will make simple sentence. So the answer will be what? If you are polite to people, comma, they, you will be small letter, they will also be polite to you. So this is the single sentence. Okay? Next, another sentence like the first one. Don't tire yourself. Here, don't tease the dog. This is first sentence. It will bite you. This is the second sentence. So just simply omit this word don't. Right? If you tease the dog, comma, I will be small letter and it will bite you. So it makes the same meaning if the two sentences are joined, that will be the same meaning. Whatever meaning the two sentences are telling together. Okay? Two sentences telling something and one single sentence telling the same thing. but I have joined these two sentences with if clause. That means adding with if. Next, coming to the page number 43. Open page number 43. There is another topic of grammar has been discussed in this page. What is there at page number 43? At page number 43, you can see I have already written on the board. What is that? Reported speech. Reported speech what? Suppose two persons are discussing something. Okay. Another person standing by the two persons, and that person is listening something. And if he tells to other persons about the discussion of the two persons, that will be reporting. Okay. And whatever he will tell, that will be reporting speech. Suppose I and you are discussing. Okay. And third person's listening the discussion, and he is telling to the fourth person about our discussion. So whatever he will tell, that will be what? That will be reporting, and whatever speech he will use, those will be what? Reported speech. Okay. Here, why is your face half shaven? Why your face half shaven? Okay, shaven means shaving, half shaven. Actually, this was asked by Gopal's wife. Okay. So here it is not written that Gopal's wife said. This is not written. But what the wife asked Gopal, that is written. Why is your face half shaven? So if you report this sentence to another person, he will ask like this way: Gopal's wife asked Gopal. Okay. Then whatever written here, why is your face? This is your face. Your face means, that means Gopal's face. That means his face. Okay. Half shaven, half shaven. Here is the verb will be was, because Gopal's wife asked. That means in the earlier time. In past, he asked his husband. Not now. So here asked is in second form. So is your face half shaven? When Gopal's wife is asking, that will be also past tense. That means is will be was. Okay. In reported speech, first verb in reported speech, if first verb is in past tense, second verb will be also in the past tense. Here asked is second form. Second form of ask is asked. This is second form. So the next verb will be also second form. That means is will be was. So this is the rule of changing speech from direct to indirect. This is also called direct indirect narration. This is also called changing speech. That means from direct to indirect speech. Okay. Direct means when the persons are discussing, that is direct. Indirect means when somebody is listening and telling to other person about the discussion, that is indirect. Okay. Now coming to next part. I accept the challenge, Your Majesty. Actually, Gopal is telling to the king this thing. I accept your challenge. I accept the challenge, Your Majesty. So Majesty means king. Okay. I accept the challenge. I means who? I means Gopal. He is telling to whom? He is telling to the king. So you can write here in reported speech. Gopal told the king. Told is the second form of tell. Okay. Here told second form. And next part will be also second form. I accept. So accept is the first form. It will be accepted. Because I have written told. So in the reported speech, if the first verb is second form, second verb will be also in the second form. So Gopal told the king that is the conjunction which we use to join another sentence. Okay. Which we use to join two sentences. That, who, which, what. These are the relative pronoun. Okay. Or you can say that is the relative conjunction. Okay. These are used actually to join the sentences, to make sentences into single one. Okay. Gopal told the king, what he told? That he accepted the challenge. Accepted the challenge. So this is direct. I accept the challenge. Direct speech of Gopal. Now this is told by somebody, some other person. Suppose I am telling. I listen the conversation. between Gopal and the king, then I am discussing that conversation. So I am the narrator. Okay. So Gopal told the king that I accept means he accept. Whenever Gopal telling I, and if I want to say that conversation, I will tell Gopal or I will tell he, not I. If I say I, then I become Gopal, but I am not Gopal. Gopal was telling I, and when I listen, I will report to other person as he. Okay? Suppose I am telling to you, you must come to school tomorrow. And if you tell your mother, you will tell, Sir told me to go to school tomorrow. So you would say you. I am telling you, but you are reporting to your mom, Sir or he. So here also these changes will be here. These changes will take place here also. Change of pronoun, change of verb. Okay. So this is one of the important chapter of grammar. This cannot be discussed in one day. Narration. Okay. Reported speech. But simply as because these words are given in your course book, so I want to discuss something that is little bit about this thing so that you can understand what is the grammar work here given. Okay. Next sentence number 4. Bring the man to me at once. Bring the man to me at once. Actually, all these narrations are in the chapter 3, Gopal and Hinshapish. Okay. And from this chapter, this sentence has been taken. Bring the man to me at once. This is told by the king. Okay. And the man means who? You know, the man means Gopal. And me means you know who? Me means king. King is telling, bring me. That means bring to the king. We have to bring to the king. So bring the man to me at once. Who said this? The king ordered the guard. King is telling to his servant, to his guard, to bring the man. The man means Gopal. To bring the man, that means to bring Gopal to me, that means to the king. At once, at that time. So here you can write, the king ordered the guard. Okay, you can write here, the king commanded the guard. You can write here, the king told the guard. But here, king actually will give order to his servants. Not just simple telling. King will not tell the servants. King will order the servant. Okay? That's why you have to write here, ordered. Why ordered? Because this is not the happening of now. This is the happening of past time. That's why you have to write order. The king ordered the guard to bring the man to him at once. Here he means to the king. Okay? And the man means Gopal. So you need not to write Gopal because everybody knows that he is that person and that person is Gopal. So bring the man to me at once. Here no subject is there. First there is verb. Whenever in reported speech, whenever there is the word of reported speech and the first letter is verb, you need to just simply add to before the verb. Just you need to add to before this verb. Okay? When you are changing to reported speech. Here also you can see the king ordered the guard to bring. To bring. Here you don't need to use that and other conjunctions. Okay? Just you add to, then bring, then all the rest is said. To bring the man to me. To means to him. Pronoun will be changed. Okay, this is the main aspect of reporting speech. The pronouns must be changed as per references, as per context. Whatever it is told, here is told, you have to understand who is telling to whom, and in that way you have to change the pronouns. Here, me means to him. The king ordered the guard to bring the man to him at once. So this is the direct, this is the indirect, and this is called reported speech. Now another aspect of grammar is discussed at page number 65. You can open and try to understand what is written there at page number 65. At page number 65 you can see there are some WH question. You know WH question is what? WH question means the questions which starts with WH word. What is WH word? WH word means who, which, what, whom, when, where, and HOW how, that is also come under WH word. Okay, when you are asking some question with WH word, those are called WH question. Okay, here at page number 65, you have to make the question with WH word. Answers already given at page number 64. You can see answers are given. Anil is in school. Answer is Anil is in school. So what is the question here? If we want the answer Anil is in school, the question will be where is Anil? This is very simple. If V verb is given, question making is easy. Just you need to bring this V verb past. Okay? Just write WH word, then V verb, then all the rest. This will be a question. Children are writing in their copy books. Here also V verb, you can see. Children are writing in their copy books. So here you have to ask a question with WH word. So they are writing in their copy books. So this is the place where they are writing. So you can write where are the children writing. No need to write this part because this is the answer. Here also Anil is in school. School is the answer. School is the answer. You have to ask a question so that the answer comes school. Answer comes in school. So here is Anil. The answer will be in school. And if you ask where are the children writing, the answer will come what? In their copy books. So this is the WH question. Where are the children writing? Now where is Anil? These are WH question. Okay. We walk to school. This is also an answer. Okay. You have to ask a question with WH word. Now here is the problem. What problem? Because there in this sentence there is no be verb. You see here there is no be verb. That is am, is, are, was, were. These verbs are not here. Then there is problem. Why? Because in two cases we have just wrote. We have just wrote what? We have just written what? We have just written be verb after the WH word, and that made the question. Now here, as because there are no be verbs, we need to bring do verb. Do verb is the helping verb. Here we need to bring do verb. Okay, as per the according to the subject verb given here. Here verb walk. Walk is the first form. Walk is the first form. Second form walked. Third form walked. As because main verb is in first form, we need to bring the be verb. You need to bring the do verb. And first form of do verb is do, and second form of do verb is did. Okay. And there is the another form of do verb that is does. DOES does. That is not third form. That is another form of do verb. DOES does. That is used for third person singular number. Okay. So in case of making question with WH word, sometimes we need to use do verb. Okay. And then we need to bring those do verb. What are the do verbs? We need to bring do, did, does. Never use done in asking question with WH word. Okay. When you are asking question with WH word and you need to bring do verb, just you bring do verb as per the verb given, as per the form given. Okay. Here walk is the first form. So you need to bring the first form of do verb, that is do. If there is walks, you need to bring does, DOES does, because ES added. If there was what, ED added second form, you need to bring the do verb did. Okay. Never use done. Done is never used for asking question. Okay. For asking question, we need to use do verb when there are no be verb given. So we walk to school. The question is what? How do you go to school? How is the WH word? Now do is auxiliary or helping verb. Okay. Why do comes? Because there are no be verbs in the sentence. So how do you go to school? After do verb, we cannot use the second form or third form of the verb. After do verb, if we use any main verb, that must be our first form. Okay. Here go is the first form. We cannot use do and want or went. Not want. We cannot use do and went. This is the first form. Second form of go is went. We cannot use do and went. Always after do verb, you must use first form. So how do you go to school? If we ask the question, the answer comes walk to school. That means we go to school by walking. Okay? That means we go to school on foot. Okay? She lives in Chhattisgarh. Here also you can see there are no verbs. So you need to bring what? Do verb. That's because es added. Lives, lives. You need to bring do verb. Does, dos, does. And then first form of live. Live, first form what? Live. Second form lived. Third form lived. You need to use live, not es, as because you are using does. Es already added there. So you need not to use again es to the verb live. Okay? She lives in Chhattisgarh. Now WH word where? Answer is Chhattisgarh. So as because there are no be verbs, you need to use do verb, does, where does. Now comes the subject she. Next comes the verb live, not lives. So I told a little ago that after do verb, you must always use first form. That is the base form. No eng, no ing, no ed, no es. Just the base form of the main verb will be after do verb. Okay? So here you can see where does she live? Live is the base form. Live is the base form of the verb. You cannot use es, you cannot use ed, you cannot use ing after the do verb. So here you are writing where does she live? So this is the question. Answer is she lives in Chhattisgarh. So this is one of the important chapter or topic of grammar. Okay, there are so many topics discussed in your course book. Not discussed actually, works given but not discussion given. And if you have any problem, that's why I am discussing this thing, so that you understand easily and you can do the works if I give some works on those topics in the examination. Now coming to the next and last topic I am discussing today. Okay, group verbs. That is in page number 78. You can see page number 78. Open page number 78. There is one grammar work that is important topic of grammar. Group verbs. You know what are group verbs? Already written I have. Group verbs are called also phrasal verbs. Group verbs are called phrasal verbs. Okay? And why phrasal verbs? Because you know what are phrase? Phrase are the group of words having a meaning. Okay? And having a different meaning. Here phrasal verbs or group verbs are formed with verb plus preposition. You can see there are so many simple verbs. You have heard, you have read, you have written, you have learned. But if you add some simple preposition to those verbs, the meaning of the verb will be changed. It will be totally different from the meaning of the verb. Okay? And that becomes group verb. Here you can see in the page number 78, so many group verbs given. With the verb look. You have heard about the verb look, L-O-O-K, look. Look means to see. Okay? If you say look means you know what? Look means to see, to just cast your glance, to cast your sight over something, look. But when you write look after, that becomes totally different meaning. When you write look down on, totally different meaning. Then look in, look into, look out, look up, look up to, all the meaning becoming different. So look up, look after, look down, all these are what? All these are group verbs. Okay? After verb, just using simple preposition in, to, at, for, and then the meaning of the verb changing. Those are what? Group verbs. You know, here already meaning written. Look after means take care of. Look after means take care of. If you try to find out the meaning as per look and then after, there will be no meaning. You are finding the meaning of look, found. You are finding the meaning of after, found. If you try to make the meaning, that will not be the meaning because it has a different meaning. You have to learn by heart. There is nothing to understand of the group verbs. You have to learn by heart. What is the meaning of what group verb? That you have to learn. Okay. Here I have just taken 3-4 examples to make you understand what is the use of group verbs. Group verbs are actually used like verbs. As we use the verbs, as we use the verb present tense, past tense, future tense, as we add ing, ed, es to the verbs, you can here also use those group verbs as the main verbs if you know the particular meaning. Okay? Group verbs will be used as the verbs. They will take es, they will take ed, they will take ing. Okay? Here you can see after a very long spell of heat, that means there was summer, there was hot weather, and after a very long hot weather, the weather is dash. Now I have written looking up. So looking up means, look means see, up means the above. So what it means? Looking up means, who is looking up? Weather is looking up. Will it be any meaning? So looking up, look up means improve. Look up means improve. So look has different meaning. Up has different meaning. If you try to make the meaning combining these two words, there will be no meaning. Okay? Just meaning will be the particular meaning. Look up means improve. That meaning which you find out, that is not the meaning. The meaning will be what? Look up means improve. And you have to remember that look up means improve. There is nothing to understand. Just you have to remember look up means improve. Then whenever you want to use improve, you can use look up. I am improving myself. You can write I am looking up myself. Okay? We have no right to look down on people who do small jobs. There are so many people who do the small jobs. We should not hate them. So instead of hate, we are writing what? Look down on. So same meaning, hate. We have no right to hate people. So instead of writing hate, we can use what? Look down on. Same meaning. Look down on means hate. Next one. If you want to go out, I will dash the children for you. I will dash the children for you. I will look after the children for you. So if you go out, I will take care of your children. That means I will see your children. I will watch your children. So instead of writing that, you can write I will look after your children. Look after means take care of. Okay? Taking care. Next, the police are dash the matter thoroughly. I have written what? Looking into. Looking into. Look into means inquiry, making thorough search, investigate. So police are investigating the matter thoroughly. So instead of investigate, you can write what? Look into. So you are writing investigating. So here you need to write looking, investigating, looking. If you want to write investigate, you need to write look into. If you want to write investigated, you need to write looked. into. Okay, so these group verbs are used as like the verbs, but you need to know the meaning, different meaning. Okay, and the last one, look out when you are crossing the road. Look out when you are crossing the road. You cross the road and then what you do? When you cross the road, you are actually you become very much careful. So if I want to say be careful when you are crossing the road, so instead of the word be careful, you can write look out. Be careful, that means look out. So if you write be careful when you are crossing the road, whatever meaning comes, the same meaning comes when you are writing look out when you are crossing the road. Same meaning. So I think I could discuss some of the important portion of grammar which are given in your course book. You are just doing those grammars blindly, but you need to understand those. That's why I have decided that I will discuss some of the grammar portion from your course book. I cannot discuss in elaborate manner because you don't have that enough capability to understand those things now at this age. When you will come to the other class, next classes, I must discuss these chapters thoroughly from grammar book. Okay, so I think you understood all of the grammar I discussed today. If there is any doubt, you can clear by personal calling. Okay, so hope you understood everything and you will try to do the exercises by understanding. Okay, so bye bye for today. Take care of you. Have a nice day.